Good morning, friends. I'm Dr. Debashish Bhattacharya from Salalah, Oman. Wishing you all a very happy day ahead, and as a part of my social initiatives, I'm going to talk about education and the needed improvisations, the needed innovations, and the needed modifications in the process of delivering knowledge across to students, right from the tiny tots of the kindergarten sector to the students of the higher education faculties. My perspectives on the same. Though professionally I'm a doctor and I've been a practicing surgeon for the last 30 years, I've been also actively involved in the field of education. I've had the opportunity to be actually leading the management committee of a big, rather a pretty large school with 4,500 plus students for a decent amount of time. And I've had an in-depth interaction with the education system, both in India, in United Kingdom, and in other parts of the world, and also, of course, my foster home, Oman. Besides the fact that I cannot deny that I have been a parent myself, I'm still very much a parent. I have two children who have now finished their schooling years, and they are my eldest sibling, eldest child is already into university in her final years of a graduation program, and my son is about to step into the university. So I've had a multi-pronged exposure into the education system, the current trends, the current state of affairs, and also what I have a fair and a very active realization of what is needed for the education system to move to the next level. Besides the fact that I'm also been a pediatric surgeon for almost 3 decades, so I've had a phenomenal exposure to children all throughout my life in my professional career. And when you are interacting with children from all shades, hues, and colors of life, strata, society, and backgrounds, you tend to develop a sixth sense in perceiving, in understanding, and in comprehending the needs of a child, right from a newborn to adolescent or even a teenager, who are actively embroiled in the pursuit of academics and education. So today I'm going to talk about the first from the teaching point of view, from the teachers. I've known a lot of teachers in my life, right from the teachers who have educated me. Teachers, I think, are an extremely important component of every student's life. Of course, our biological parents are our first teachers, especially our mother. But I have firmly come to believe that when we are after we are born, as we grow, our parents give us the boon of ambition. They inspire us to think in a particular direction, to be someone. But then a lot of this ambition is tempered or influenced by their own probably unrequited wishes or their desired ambitions, which they wish or desire to live through their progeny, through their children. For example, my father was involved in a business related to healthcare industry, so he always visioned his children becoming doctors, and so all of us siblings ended up in the healthcare industry, and wherever we stand today, it's thanks to the influence and the inspiration and the motivation from our parents. But who is actually the sculpture or the person who molds this shapeless form of clay into final product with a certified and certified and measured or calibrated level of competence and skills acquisition, is not our parents but our teachers. Because our parents, once they offload us into the schooling system, the real motivator or the real, the curator of our thoughts, of our ideas, of our thinking abilities, of our rational analyzing abilities are our teachers. So, my dear teachers, today, I request you, I beseech you, I urge you to use this lockdown period as a tremendous opportunity which has come your way to look up the ways to shake, to shred out the the chronicity of processes that have probably led to some sort of stagnation in your approach, in your mode, in your methods, in your implementation ways of imparting education to your children. One thing is for certain, that this coronavirus lockdown has proved that the reinstatement or the reinitiation of active classroom teaching and direct physical eye to eye, one on one contact with your students is definitely a matter of uncertainty and unpredictability at this point of time. What has come to the fore, what has come to be established, what has come to be firmly accepted is the fact that online education is going to be playing a major role in the next few months to come, and probably it will also become a very integral part of the teaching and the education process in the future also. So this is an opportunity for a lot of the teaching fraternity people to get themselves first familiarized, acclimatized, trained, qualified, and versatile in delivering their vast amount of knowledge through either a digital or a graphic, or in short, a web-based format. Now, this is not easy for a teacher who's very adept and very well qualified in delivering a subject in the classroom and scribbling all the wonderful information on the blackboard. Suddenly to switch on to a computer screen and to generate either PowerPoint slides or other digital forms of communication, or live interactive webinars, or virtual classrooms, and to capture the attention of the student and to get his focus onto what you are trying to deliver, and not only just deliver but also ensure that he understands, he comprehends, and he digests your knowledge, processes it, and comes up with a worthwhile conclusion is a very important thing. A lot of our teachers who have been accustomed, who have been teachers for a long period of time, probably need to wake up, jerk their inertia out, get to learn the digital forms of communication. This is a very important need. This will determine the success of online education, virtual classrooms, and Yale. In this context, there are a lot of digital platforms, digital opportunities to learn, to imbibe, and to grasp this wonderful technological boom, which is going to be the mainstay of delivery of education in the future. Besides that, the teachers also have to realize that their responsibility doesn't end at the sound of the bell, which signifies the end of a class or a session. The communicability, the existence of a live wire of communication beyond the classrooms, beyond the normal hours of the school, and developing a system of positive feedback, developing a system of going back and rehashing the things which have been discussed is also something which is, in short, it's basically repetitive delivery of the same or gradually modified educational material is what is going to be the mainstay of education knowledge delivery, which will ensure that the students really are able to cope with this sudden change of academic lifestyle, I would like to call it, and that is the need of the hour. There are a lot of fly-by-night operators who are offering a lot of so-called amazing techno wonders in the form of webinars and virtual classrooms and all. Teachers, you need to really do a thorough research into choosing what kind of information technology update or knowledge gathering platforms you need to subscribe to get your skills honed up, and that I think would be the difference between not just a successful teacher, but a genuinely good teacher who will definitely be successful in making a real difference in the lives of her students seeking academic knowledge from her. Another important thing is this is also a moment of time for the teachers to really introspect themselves and understand their communication skills. Communication, whether verbal, non-verbal, their body language, their posturing, their gesturing, and so many different finer nuances of this entire complex word called communication needs to be very, very acutely defined and progressively developed, for the simple reason that when you have to capture the attention, the focus, and the concentration of a student from on a virtual screen, a virtual LED screen of a tablet or a computer or a laptop, you have to be so captivating, so motivating, centered into the purpose of what you are trying to communicate, what you are trying to deliver, that the student should not falter or waver in his attention to what you are trying to say, what you are trying to convey, what he is expected to understand, and also at the same time he should feel comfortable in generating a live interactive interaction with you, so that all his doubts and confusions and apprehensions are clarified. It's of course a tough task. It's not an easy job. Both the student fraternity and the teaching fraternity has a lot of miles to cover. Each one has to be proactive in accepting this sudden change and galvanizing themselves, galvanizing their enthusiasm, motivating themselves indigenously to pick up the different technological tools available to make absolute maximum use of the available modalities of modern technology to communicate better with each other. And that, I think, will be the only key to success, to ensure that the academic disruption which has happened globally with each and every student of each and every rung or level of education in the world is resurrected at the earliest. Have a nice day, gentlemen. I hope my thoughts resonate with you, and if you do, feel that they are worthy of consideration, then I request you to share it forward so that it may help someone somewhere. God bless everybody. Let the world be a safer place to live in. Thank you.